President of South Africa have arrived. Distinguished guests, between Turkey and South Africa, within the framework of the Binational Commission meeting, I would like to say welcome to the signature ceremony and the press meeting. Our program starts with the signature ceremony. First of all, with the Ministry of Trade and of Turkey and Industry, Trade and Competition Ministry of South Africa. In order to sign the joint declaration, I would like to invite Ömer Bolat, Minister of Trade of Turkey and Minister of Industry, Trade and Competition of South Africa. Paus Talu, you are invited to the floor.
Joint declaration between the Ministry of Trade of the Republic of Turkey and the Department of Trade and Industry, Trade Industry and Competition of the Republic of South Africa regarding the establishment of Joint Economic and Trade Commission.
Şimdi de Türkiye
Now, the Ministry of Trade of the Republic of Turkey and the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Competition will sign a Memorandum of Understanding for free zones in the area of trade, industry and competition. Mr. Ömer Bolat, representing the Ministry of Trade of the Republic of Turkey, and Park Stao, the Minister of Trade, Industry and Competition.
Department of Trade, Industry and Competition of the Republic of South Africa regarding the cooperation in the field of free zones.
Şimdi de Türkiye
Now, Ministry of Youth and Sports of the Republic of Turkey and the Ministry of Sports, Art and Culture of the Republic of South Africa will sign a Memorandum of Understanding in the area of sports. Professor Dr. Halis Yunus Ersos, Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports of the Republic of Turkey, and Berta Pis Mabe, the Deputy Minister of Sports, Art and Culture of the Republic of South Africa.
Arts and Culture of the Republic of South Africa.
Son olarak yüksek öğretim alanında
Lastly, in the area of higher education, Memorandum of Understanding for Cooperation in the area of higher education. Naci Gündoğan,
Yüksek Öğretim ve Eğitim Bakan
Acting President of
Yardımcısı,
the Higher Education Board, and Dr. Nomusa Dube Nube, Deputy Minister of Higher Education.
Department of Higher Education and Training of the Republic of South Africa and the Council of Higher Education of the Republic of Turkey on cooperation in the field of higher education. It will be signed by Minister Dube Ncube. Thank you.
Türkiye Cumhuriyeti ile Güney Afrika Cumhuriyeti arasındaki ikili ulusal komisyon mekanizması toplantısı kapsamında
Within the framework of the BNC between the Republic of Turkey and the Republic of South Africa, we have reached the end of the signing ceremony. Our program will continue with the press release. First of all, I would like to give the floor to Deputy President of Republic of Turkey, Cevdet Yılmaz. Yes, please.
Güney Afrika Cumhuriyeti Cumhurbaşkanı Yardımcısı,
Deputy President of Republic of South Africa, distinguished brother, Mr. Mashatila, distinguished ministers, distinguished members of the press, I would like to greet each and every one of you with respect.
Cumhurbaşkanı Sayın Paulas
Mr. Paul Paulus Shpokosa
Ankara'da
Mashatila and his delegation is hosted in Ankara. We are very pleased to host you here.
ülkelerimiz arasında tesis edilen ikili ulusal komisyonun
So,
toplantısını bugün
today
itibariyle
we held the first meeting of the Binational Commission
Güney Afrika Cumhuriyeti'nin ikili
between
ilişkilerin
South Africa and Turkey.
ele alınmasını
So this commission allows for dealing with all aspects of cooperation, diversifying the areas of cooperation, and to exchange views about regional and international issues. It's an important mechanism.
neticesinde
As a result of this meeting,
seviyeyi göz önünde bulundurarak
considering
seviyesini
the current state of play of our relations, in order to increase the level of the Commission to the presidential level, we have decided to take the necessary steps. In the upcoming period, our Commission also agreed that we are going to convene regularly. So during our negotiations, we have agreed on certain issues. We talked about the joint steps that we're going to take in the upcoming period. And
heyetler arası toplantımızda kabul edildiğini
the draft of joint declaration has been adopted in the meeting between the delegations. In the area of trade, education, and sports, by signing 4 agreements, we have strengthened the foundation of our cooperation.
mutabakat muhtıralarında bir an
The other agreements and memorandums of understanding on our agenda will also be signed. They are very important for us. Next month in South Africa, there is a G20 meeting. As you know, Turkey and South Africa are members of G20. Our president
eventlerine gitmeyi planlıyor.
is planning to go to South Africa for G20 meetings, and I believe that
Devam eden bazı anlaşma taslakları da o zamana kadar
certain draft agreements which are being prepared will have been concluded by then. And during the visit of our president, we are waiting for new agreements to be signed. So all of these agreements that are signed today, I hope will be auspicious for us and for our brother country, distinguished Deputy President and distinguished participants.
Afrika ortaklık politikasının icrasında
In the execution of the Africa Partnership Policy and in the deepening of the Sub-Saharan cooperation, South Africa is very important. We want to increase our cooperation in all areas with South Africa. Within the framework of the BNC,
toplantısı düzenlendi.
we had a senior officials meeting between various ministries. And
Gerçekleştirdiler.
our ministries have held bilateral
Paşa ve heyetler
meetings. And today we had a face-to-face meeting and discussions between the delegations. We covered various areas of cooperation between the two countries, and this was an important opportunity for us to improve our cooperation and relations. The Republic of South Africa, just like in the previous years, in 2025 as well, is our first commercial partner in Sub-Saharan Africa. Our total trade volume in 2024
$2 milyar düzeyinde
was
gerçekleşti.
approximately $2 billion.
İlk 9 ay
In the first 9 months of 2025, the trade volume is $1.5 billion already.
dile getirdiği 5 milyar
Our presidents have stated that our objective should be $5 billion, and I hope that in a short time we will achieve this objective. As of this year, GDP of Turkey in nominal dollar basis will exceed $1.5 trillion. And the economic size of South Africa is $400 billion, and when you add them up, it adds up to $2 trillion of economic size. I believe that we can easily reach this trade volume objective.
Cumhuriyeti'ndeki Türk yatırımcıların da
And the Turkish investors in the Republic of South Africa will create new jobs. And it is very important, and we are really proud of this development that they are creating jobs in South Africa. And we are also expecting more investors from South Africa to Turkey. We need to increase our investments mutually. So we talked about economic and commercial relations, and we were discussed in our meetings, and we also tackled how we can increase our mutual investments, and we agreed that we need to step up our efforts. And within this context, our ministries of trade have signed joint trade committee mechanism, and we believe that this will make huge contributions to our objectives. As Turkey, in areas like energy, education, and defense industry, we want to increase our relations with South Africa.
bilim, teknoloji ve inovasyon alanlarında
In the area of science, innovation, and technology, we attach great importance to cooperation as well.
şirketlerin Temmuz ayında
In July, in Istanbul, we had EDF 2025, and South African institutions and companies have participated very strongly.
gelen ortak komitenin çalışmalarını
The activities of the joint committee that convened in September 2023 will be revitalized, hopefully. On 16th and 17 October 2025 was the date of the forum, and the country presentation of South Africa will help us gain momentum.
gelişmelere dair işbirliği ve istişarelerimize de büyük önem veriyoruz.
And we attach great importance to our regional and international negotiations. As you know, South Africa is continuing its G20 presidency with success. In November, hopefully, with a fruitful summit meeting to be held in Johannesburg, our president will go to South Africa for this meeting. So based on a win-win approach, with such an understanding of mutual benefits, I hope that, and I believe that our relations and our contacts will incrementally increase. Distinguished President, distinguished participants, against the persecution of Israel and against the aggressiveness of Israel, in order to defend the rights of Palestine, South Africa has made huge efforts, and we appreciate their efforts and we welcome them. The occupation policy of Israel should come to an end, and the genocide should come to an end. Our President, Recep Tayyip Erdogan, attended the Sharm el-Sheikh for Peace Summit and had discussions with the leaders, and declaration of intention was signed, and this was an important step for a permanent peace in the region. In order to establish a fair and sustainable peace, Turkey believes that all the parties should demonstrate a joint will, together with South Africa and the other countries, in order to hold Israel accountable. We will continue our efforts and struggles vis-à-vis the Court of Justice. Within the framework of the lawsuit at the case at Court of Justice, we will continue to support South Africa. I would like to thank the Vice President Paulos Shipokosa Mashatila and his delegation. We have made agreements, we have signed agreements. I believe that, and I hope that these agreements and these activities will be auspicious and useful for both nations, both peoples, both countries. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency,
Sayın Ekselansları,
President of the Republic of Turkey, Mr. Kaveh Yilmaz, I want to take this opportunity to express my sincere appreciation for the warm hospitality extended to me and my delegation, and for the spirit of partnership that continues to characterize the relationship between our two nations. This morning, I had an honor of paying tribute to Turkey's founding father, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk. The experience evoked reflections on South Africa's own icons, most notably former President Nelson Mandela and other giants of our struggle. Mustafa Kemal Atatürk and Nelson Mandela stand as icon leaders who redefined their nations through visionary leadership, resilience, and commitment to freedom and justice. Their legacies continue to inspire movements for democracy, human rights, and national unity across the globe. Your Excellency, we are happy that a number of agreements have been concluded during this BNC. We know that there are some that are still outstanding due to some technicalities, especially in the area of defense, which will then be finalized in the next few months. We're hoping that will be done by the time of the G20, which will be held in November of this year. Your Excellency, we are happy that President Erdogan will be attending the G20 this year. South Africa continues to value the strategic partnership with Turkey, which also creates opportunities for regional cooperation between our borders. Your Excellency, we also want to say that it is worth underscoring that settlements are illegal under the international law when we look at the issue of Israel and Palestine conflict. Furthermore, the increase in the frequency and intensity of settlement violence has resulted in increased risk, which has exacerbated humanitarian needs amongst Palestinians. We have noted the successful ceasefire agreement facilitated by the President of the United States and would like to also support this initiative. South Africa appreciates partners such as the Turkey Republic for the coordination of the joint statement issues in collaboration with other partners in support of the global Samut flotilla. Your Excellency, the government of the Republic of South Africa continues to express gratitude for the support and commitment to the government of the Republic of Turkey in the case before the International Court of Justice, ICJ. We believe that a just and lasting peace in the Middle East can only be achieved through adherence to international legal frameworks and respect for human rights. On the eve of the South Africa-Turkey Binational Commission, we have also noted the latest political developments in Madagascar. South Africa is actively engaging with Madagascar and stands ready to offer its support in facilitating inclusive political dialogue aimed at preserving constitutional order among all stakeholders. This is in line with South Africa's long-standing commitment to promoting peace, stability, and democratic governments within the SADC region, as well as contributing towards the creation of a better, more just world order. South Africa recognizes and values the strengthening of relations between Turkey and the South African Development Community, SADC. Considering our strategic geographic position, we fully support initiatives aimed at enhancing cooperation between our two regions. Closer engagement between SADC and Turkey present important opportunities to mutually foster greater economic partnership, advance development objectives, as well as contribute to regional and global peace and stability. Your Excellency, the continued effort in building greater relations with SADC, or rather SADC region, reflect Turkey's commitment to fostering mutually respectful and constructive partnership with developing nations on the African continent. Your Excellency, our deliberations in this BNC have reaffirmed the strength, depth, and growing scope of bilateral relations between South Africa and Turkey. We have reviewed progress of various areas of cooperations, identified new opportunities for collaboration, and exchanged perspective on regional and global developments of mutual respect. These consultations have reflected our shared commitment to advancing strategic cooperation for the benefit of both our nations. We particularly welcome the progress made in finalizing these bilateral instruments, notably in those areas of higher education and training, sports-free zones, as well as the joint declaration. We look forward to participating in the 4th Ministerial Joint Economic Commission and the benefits for both our countries, further strengthening our partnership. Your Excellency, I wish to convey our deep appreciation to all officials and technical teams from both sides for their diligent preparations, which have ensured the success of today's consultations. The signing of inaugural BNC joint communique and its accompanying agreements marks a historic moment, symbolizing the convergence of continents and the meeting of oceans, where South Africa and Turkey stands as bridges between regions. This milestone carries significance not only for our two nations, but also the broader good of our global community. In conclusion, Your Excellency, I want to say that South Africa remains committed to deepening relations with Turkey, grounded in shared values of sovereignty, mutual benefit, and a common vision for peace and sustainable development. We look forward to continued collaboration in the lead up to the next biennial commission and beyond. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.